Hello once again, Internet. It's me, Carmen, coming right back at ya. I wanted to make a video talking today about finding peace within chaos, turmoil, stressful situations. Now, before we do this, let's just take a breath. Sometimes we gotta take a breath in life, and I think that's where it starts. I'm not perfect at all myself, shoot. All the time in my life now, in the past, probably in the future, I don't stop to take a breath when I should, but I think that's the number one thing you can do that's really simple that will help you start to find your peace. Because often we're running around in life, we're trying to do 5 things at once. I think about some of the jobs I've worked and things I've done in my life where I'm trying to do one thing and I gotta run, do the other, and do that thing, and it's like so much stress. We gotta breathe. Breathing is an important part of life, obviously, because breathing keeps us alive. But even more so than that, when we stop to take a breath, you stop to take the time to think, right? And not even just think. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I take that back. You take the time to relax. Sometimes it can help you think. Sometimes you just need to take a breath, to take a break. And it's hard in life. There's so many situations I couldn't fully understand because I don't live them. But I will say this from my perspective and a general perspective is that most of us are all going through our own struggles, not struggles is the best word because I don't want to put a super negative connotation on it. But we're all going through our own things, right? Like everyone has their own situations going on in life. And I think no matter what you're going through, what your schedule is like, or what you do in life, I think breathing is one of the most important activities you can do. And I know that sounds simple, and you're like, okay, I already breathe, right? But I'm talking about like really stopping to take a breath, mindful breathing. And I'm no expert at it, right? I'm not going to sit here and act like I have the Nobel Prize for figuring out all the secrets to mindful breathing. But just stopping like this, like 1,000, 2, 1,000. Like I'm gonna do like 5 seconds. I can't count and breathe at the same time. I'm gonna try to do it in my head. Hold for 5 seconds. Another thing that I think helps is that when we take the time to be within ourselves. And this is hard to do too for a lot of us, right? You have busy schedules. You might have a child. You might be working. You might have a child and be working. You might be running a company. I don't know what y'all are doing. Y'all might be fishing on the lake. Nothing's wrong with that. The point is that we all have to find our own ways to relax too, right? And for me, taking time with myself, maybe watching some YouTube videos or just sitting there mindfully thinking about things, maybe doodling on a piece of paper. I've always loved to draw and make art. I think that's different for each person, but everyone needs that self-time, that self-love. Self-love is so crucial because when you love yourself, you're able to love other people, but not even just that, because it shouldn't be all about like, oh yeah, other people. But of course that's important. I don't mean like be full of yourself either. But what I mean is like, you have to find a way to love yourself from within, with your flaws, your mistakes, what you've done in your life that you regret, how you look, where you live. And like, I think it's important not to like sit there and like micro analyze unless like that works for you and you can do it really calmly, I suppose. Maybe I shouldn't use the word micro analyze though if I'm talking about that, because that'd be a different thing. But you shouldn't micro analyze necessarily, but more sit down, think about your life, think about like yourself, where you want to go in life. Maybe not even that. Don't even think about where you want to go in life. You can, but I mean just think about like your essence. What is at the core of you beyond like the layers of everything we do in this world. That's one suggestion of mine. Y'all can do what you want to do, but I think also it's about perspective too. And that's something that I'm still working on myself. All of this I'm still working on. I'm human. We're all human, right? Like, we're all working on ourselves, constantly improving and bettering ourselves in this world as we live our lives. But I think it's important to find the time just to relax. It's important to find the time to breathe. And I think it's important to keep things in perspective. And I mentioned that a second ago, but like, what I really mean by keeping things in perspective is just remembering that at the end of the day, you have the most control over yourself. And some people will say control is an illusion. I have my own thoughts on that. That's for another video. But you can take action on things in your own life, right? Like, things that are within your realm. If you could say, I don't even know if I want to put it like that, within your sphere of influence, maybe. I don't know what the best term is there, but just taking the time to look within. Sometimes you have to look without too. Sometimes you have to look from within out too. I misspoke there. But taking the time to look from within and just finding yourself. That's easier said than done, and I think a lot of this is stuff that I can elaborate on in the future. But I hope that some of what I'm saying here is helpful. So basically, the rundown: too lazy, didn't read, it's all good. We're all just chilling, having a good time. Breathe. Take self-time for self-love and self-care, and just finding perspective. And that's way easier said than done. I'm sure half of you have probably already thought of some of the things I've said in this video, if not all of them. Like, I'm not going to sit here like I'm Albert Einstein and say I've got it all figured out. And I know even Albert Einstein knew he probably didn't have it all figured out. Or anyone who is an inventor, an artist, a creative, a scientist, whoever. Like, just taking the time to breathe, relax, are so important in life. And it's hard to do, especially if you feel anxious all the time and stressed out. It's kind of a looping cycle, right? Sometimes. I'm not saying for everyone. I'm not trying to manifest that or say that for every person out there. But I am saying that I think it's important to just try to be within yourself and find peace within yourself too. I think that's kind of the theme of this video. This video is kind of just laid back, relaxed, me sitting here telling y'all my thoughts. Me sitting here communicating my thoughts to y'all. But at the end of the day, we're all on this earth together. And I think if we can all find a way to individually and collectively look within ourselves and find more peace. And it's not easy to do. It's something I'm working on actively right now. It's something I'm sure a lot of people are. Like, right? I'm not going to sit here and like act like I know all the answers. I don't. You know? No one does. No one has every answer. And if they do, then they need to call me up because I want the answers. I'm joking, y'all. But hey, I hope y'all are having a good one with everything going on in the world lately. I haven't really made many videos myself, being busy with life and everything else and just taking everything in. Especially the events that happened in early January and just the situations right now in the world. We don't need to stress out about it right now. Not degrading the seriousness of everything going on, but I think that's another part of it too. Sometimes you do have to give yourself that room. Step away. Breathe, relax, and it's not easy. It's not easy to find that time. But there's a saying I always tell people who I see in my life is that if you don't find the time, your body often will. I've had that happen personally to me, and I'm only 21 years old. So I feel like that can happen to anyone. And shoot, only 21. What does that even mean, right? 21 is a different experience for everyone too. But I'm just saying from my perspective, those are things that I feel have helped me some, and I hope can help you. And some of it is just off the top of my head. Some of it's just stuff I kind of try to practice, and I'm not perfect at myself. But I hope that my guidance here, I hope what I'm saying here is helpful to y'all. And if y'all have any suggestions of your own, be sure to leave them in the comments down below, or reply to me on social media. Be like, hey Carmen, like this is what you should do to be peaceful. Like I'm here for it, right? I'm here for it. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. I have another video coming out if y'all are watching this the day it comes out, with Joe Collins from the Easy Linux project later today, so be on the lookout for that video. It's going to be awesome. We're just talking about Linux and radio engineering, and it's probably a little different than my usual, but I want to do more stuff outside of my norm, I guess. I don't know if that's the best thing to say. I want to try new things, right? That's life. Thanks for watching, y'all. I hope y'all have a good one, a peaceful one, and a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out, everyone.